is weird videotaping myself. So today was pretty cool. I mean, I'm still like getting used to everything. This morning, for the first time since May, I got to sing in a choir. Oh my gosh. And this like, we got there at, when were we supposed to get there? Like 9:15. So like we got up at 8 and ate breakfast, which is new. Ha ha ha. I ate breakfast. I did it. And then went to the choir rehearsal in the chapel. So this chapel, Bow Chapel, is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And it's kind of like Riverside Cathedral back in New York, where once you cut off, like, the sound continues. It's so cool. Okay, and so, the rehearsal, though, it's led by, the volunteer choir was led by the lady who's going to direct the Manitou Singers. I keep messing it up. But, so I have to wait till Tuesday to find out about making it in there, which I really hope I do. But, because she's so sweet and so amazing. But if not, then I'll still have the collegiate chorale that Dr. Anton Armstrong directs. It's so cool, because, like, they perform more, like, as he calls them, like, accessible pieces, because it's not auditioned. They do more, like, easy pieces, but they're more, like, just accessible for, like, any level of musician, and you can make amazing music with, like, any level of music, so, I'm so excited for that. But, back to the mass. So there were, I don't know how many of us, but, at my audition for Manitou, the director had told me that I'm a soprano, so after having a couple professional voice teachers tell me that I'm a soprano, I guess alto 2 is no longer a thing, and soprano is. So I sang soprano today, and it felt good. It felt really good. Like, I was just comfortable, because the sound, oh my gosh. This is a volunteer choir of, like, mainly pretty much completely freshman students. There were a couple returning, but, like, a couple of upperclassmen, but this was, like, mainly freshmen from St. Olaf, and the sound was so full, and wow, and it was so cool. Oh. And, like, we sight read a ton of music to just prepare it really quick for Mass, and we learned a whole 4-part piece in, like, 15 minutes. It was so awesome, and it sounded so good, and it felt really good in my voice, because I don't know, I guess I was just, like, comfortable being around that kind of sound and level of musicianship, and I just, like, felt okay to just sing and not, like, I don't know, I felt good. It was awesome. Mass was so accepting and just peaceful, and just, I guess also the amount of music and the organ and everything really, like, helped me connect, and just, it was great. And the sermon was very much oriented towards the first years, because it was, like, our first Mass together, and it's very much, like, you're not an imposter, like, you may feel like a guest, but give it some time, like, don't think about, like, how you are, like, being perceived, like, oh, I just laughed. Did I laugh too loud? Is the person next to me laughing? How loud are they laughing? Like, that sort of thing. Like, just look up and think to yourself, who's around me right now? What are they thinking? Like, what are they doing? Like, who are they? Like, what are their emotions? Like, learn about them. So, like, yeah. And, like, when you go to classes and stuff, you'll feel like a guest. When you first went to bed last night in your dorms, you probably just felt like some odd Airbnb. So that, it was really great. They're very personable. And, like, after the Mass, like, a bunch of people came up and were like, that was such a beautiful Mass. You guys sang so well. And, like, it felt really good. And then I had the pastors, apparently when I was walking by, they had seen my cow tattoo, and they go to me, they're like, was that a cow on your ankle? And I was like, yeah, and so I, like, explained why, and, like, how my name's, like, Moo, and so I got a little cow, and how my awesome aunt and grandma got a cow as well, because it's me. And yeah, so that was cool. Yeah. So I'm hoping things get more comfortable and I feel more like not a guest, you know? And and so we also had our like the whole hall got together for like skits and stuff from the RAs, and they went through basically everything that they had told us in our corridor meeting. So it's kind of like we were just sitting out there in the heat, dying. It was fine. I got candy, so. So then we had our like our hall along with another one get together in Thompson Hall for a like policy, like not quite policy thing, but like we had to watch three like different skits with different scenarios, and we had like discussions about it. Like the people after they finished the skit, they would stay in character while people from the hall were like in the area in the theater, like whatever it is, the room, were told to like ask questions and state your opinions and your thoughts on something, and if you disagree, blah blah blah. And then like the actors like responded back in character. The third skit was the most uncomfortable. It was the third skit was about it was about rape. It was a boyfriend and a girlfriend in like getting back to her dorm room, and then they were sitting and then the boyfriend made like advances on her, and then she's like, you know what, I don't really want to do that tonight. And then he'd be like, oh, okay, did I do something wrong today? Like, blah, blah, blah. And then she'd be like, no, I just want to just watch a show, like, just hang out, And then he was like, oh, then I don't really want to, then I'm just going to go. And then she was like, oh, no, stay, just wait a minute. And then they started kissing again, and then I wasn't watching anything because it was really uncomfortable. Like, I couldn't watch any of the third skit. It was a yikes. And so so that whole discussion was about rape and how when someone says no, like it's no, like that's, and then consent is a big thing. It's a thing, and it's not like ruining the mood or anything. Like it's not, no. But but leaving that hall after all of like the racial talk and the like under the influence talk and manipulation, and then like consent and rape, like it was so intense. Leaving that, I like wasn't hungry anymore. It was very intense. And like the first one especially made me like confused about what to do, because like I want to know about like the different like perspectives with like the racial stuff going on, but I don't know like what to ask, because they kept saying educate yourself, but I don't know how to educate myself. I don't know how to ask even, because then I feel bad and then people get mad that I don't know. I just don't know how to talk about like serious issues or whatever, because I don't have an opinion yet, because I don't have like full knowledge about everything. And so maybe I'll figure out where to go and who to talk to, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm just used to people getting mad when you try to talk about things, and that's what happened in the skit. Like anytime, like people just get defensive when, I don't know, like getting angry is not a way to discuss things, but that's just how people get, and I don't know how to get around that and just discuss, and I just want to listen. But yeah, so I wasn't hungry after that, so I just hung out with some friends. I'm meeting a lot of new people, so that's cool. we have like an activities thing tonight, so meeting more people. I think I'm gonna wear my name tag every day. I'm Morgan. Hello. People really seem to enjoy the fact that I got a pin that says I'm an Oli mom. Yeah. And they like my pattern pants, so that's a plus because that's like all I brought. I can't wait to feel like I'm totally like invested in a part of here. I think once I start going to like classes and like meeting professors and classmates, knowing that I'll be around them, like a certain group that I know I'll see on a regular basis, and like being in choir rehearsals on a regular and stuff, I think I'll feel more like a part of everything and not just like at summer camp or something, you know. Now I guess it's time for me to sing. I'm in a practice room. I'm in the reflection. Hello. Whoop. Whoa! I almost fell out of my stool. It's fine. Okay. Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me. Don't let it make you cry. For even though I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a sacred song to you each night we are apart. Remember me, though I have to travel far. Remember me, each time you hear a sad guitar. Know that I'm with you the only way that I can be, until you're in my arms again. Remember me. Cha-cha!